clever ideas or gimmicks to get people interested, but the new Volkswagen Touran doesn't bother with any of that kind of nonsense, and I'm not going to bother with any of that kind of nonsense in this review. This review is going to be just like this Volkswagen Touran. Super practical, does exactly what it says on the tin. Now, you'll probably notice, first off, this car has a massive door, which makes it very easy to get into these back seats. So I'll just move across so you can see what's going on. Now let's start with knee room, which is really good. Headroom, that's really good as well. You've got individual seats here, so everyone has their own controls for, well, reclining and of course sliding. Now the middle seat is slightly narrower than the other two, but it's not too much of a problem. You barely notice it, and actually in the middle seat, you get a great view out. You've got a nice flat footwell there, straight across, so you know, no transmission tunnel to rest your feet on, and it's really comfortable. Now VW thinks about these kind of things, and it's thought about this as well. So here is the picnic table. Now on other MPVs, you press on them, they'll fold down, but this actually has a ratchet system underneath, so it stays up no matter what you've got on there, even the biggest supersized meal. And you release it by pressing that catch. Now I'll show you what it's like in the third row. First thing to notice is that when you slide this seat forward, which is dead easy to do, there's absolutely loads of space to climb into the very back. I'll just put this back down, wait, slide it to the back there. Should be about level now, there we go. And if I just get this one out the way, so you can see what's going on, if you look here, right, I have decent amount of knee room there. I've also got enough headroom. I'm sitting up dead straight. I'm 5'4", 11-ish, and I've still got a little bit of room. So I could travel in the back of this car. So kids will be more than happy. And you've actually got Isofix fittings on each of these 5 seats. So if you want to, you can carry 5 babies in here. Now, if you want more information on that, just click in the top right-hand corner of the screen on the card, and you'll be able to see what this car is like with different people in different seating configurations, and also see how much stuff you can pack into this car's boot. So let me just put all this back. So if you just go around, I'll meet you at the boot. Now, if you've got all seats in place, as you'll see, you don't have much boot room at all. You're not going to fit 7 people and their luggage in this car. But I should point out that there's no load lift to lift stuff over. The actual load height is very low, so it's easy to lift stuff in. And folding down the seats could not be easier. Boom, boom, like that. Then you've got a flat low bay. And you've got a reasonably sized boot there as well. There's the odd tether hooks. There we go. There's one down there, 12-volt socket. And then if you want to fold down the other seats, just lean in, pull the toggles, and down they go. There we go, nice flat low bay and dead easy. This seating system is just the simplest to use of any mid-size MPV. VW have really thought about it, and it just saves you time when you're dealing with your family. Now in the front seat, well, inside the Touran is rather like the outside. It's not particularly exciting, shall we say. Yes, a Citroen Grand C4 Picasso is way more flamboyant, but when you feel around the place, this VW does seem a little bit better made. And you see the touchscreen system itself, it's actually pretty easy to use. I prefer swivel wheel systems of cars like BMWs and Audis, but as touchscreens go, this is one of the better ones. Now, you can get this with satellite navigation, but you have to pay quite a bit extra for that. However, for £200, you can just fit Apple CarPlay or Android Auto and use the sat-nav from your phone, which is a much better option. And some of the options on this car are actually reasonable, so it's not that expensive to fit airbags in the very back for the third row, and you can upgrade to have autonomous emergency braking if you want. One thing you don't need to upgrade for is lovely seats. The seats in this car are really, really comfy. Also, it comes with some really, really nice details as well. So the cup holders, they can hold a normal size can, but also they have this little bit in them in there to enable them to hold those smaller energy drink cans as well. And it's these little details just make your life easier, but they do come at a cost. You see, this Volkswagen Touran does cost a little bit more than its main MPV rivals. Now, if you want to have another look around this car's cabin, click in the top right-hand corner of the screen on the card, and you'll also be able to see our in-depth infotainment review of this car.
The Volkswagen Touran is packed full of cool features. Here's 5 of them.
There are 47 different storage compartments inside the Touran's cabin, and the door bins are absolutely huge. You could actually use them to, there we go, carry a baby, turn it into a 9-seater. The new Touran is 13 centimetres longer and 4 centimetres wider than its predecessor, and up to 62 kilograms lighter, which is about the same weight as me when I was 14. You can connect a GoPro to the car's infotainment screen, so you can monitor the kids in the back without having to look round while you're driving. Been to the hardware store and bought some decking, can't figure out how you're going to get it home? No problem. fold-down front seat is here to help. The in-car phone microphones automatically pick up your voice and amplify it through the speakers so that the people in the back can actually hear you.
Not everything about the Volkswagen Touran is perfect though. It does have a few things that are annoying about it. Here's 5.
Just look at it. This is the car which says that you've accepted your family is far more important than you. You can store the parcel shelf underneath this secret floor, but you have to remove those bits first, and then it's a bit of a squeeze to try and get it in. Not the easiest. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, finally, there we go. You don't get alloy wheels nor all-round electric windows on the entry-level S model. If you select height adjustment on the passenger seat, then you actually have less choice of upholstery. Unlike with some rivals, no Touran emits under 100 grams per kilometre of carbon dioxide.
Still, that will only really matter to company car drivers, not everyone else.
What will matter to almost everyone is the fact that the 1.6 litre diesel in this car is going to be up to the task for most people's needs. So it's quick enough just about, and economy is good, 64 miles per gallon, Volkswagen claim, and this trick computer is actually saying 53 miles per gallon, which isn't bad from a 7-seater MPV. Now, if you do fancy carrying 7 people regularly, you might want the more powerful 2-litre diesel. And then if you're just going to be driving occasionally in the car and just using it around town, it's actually worth considering the 1.2-litre turbo petrol engine, because that's actually got surprisingly more punch than you'd imagine. Whichever model you go for, the Touran is reasonably pleasant to drive. So it's based on the Golf platform, and as a result it steers, grips and corners well enough. Now, not claiming it's in any way, shape or form fun, but it doesn't feel all ponderous and van-like. It's very, very much like just a big, tall hatchback to drive. One of the great things about this car is that it just seems that little bit quieter than its rivals, and that's ideal if you want the blooming kids to drop off in the back seats and stop annoying you. And it's also really, really easy to drive. All the controls, they're perfectly weighted, and visibility is very good. You do sit up quite high, and there's lots of glass, so you get a good view out, and you can see for yourself by clicking in the top right hand corner of the screen on the card to watch our 360-degree video. And make sure you watch it on mobile and move your phone around to have a good look around the cabin. Okay then, so overall, what do I think of the Volkswagen Touran? Well, it's a little bit more expensive than its main rivals, and it lacks some of their excitement, but it's hugely comfortable and extremely practical. Now, if you click up there, you can get more information and find out the best deal you can get on a Volkswagen Touran at carwow.co.uk. Thanks for watching. If you click over there, you can watch our group test video between the Volkswagen Touran, the Citroen Grand C4 Picasso and the Kia Carens. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it and subscribe to our channel. Now, did you know that I completely forgot to do an Easter egg for this video? So yeah, that's why you didn't spot me.